All right, thank you guys for coming. Just to introduce myself, I'm Rylas. I'm the guild master and raid leader of HandofSalvation. Joining me is Zangetsu, an officer and guild recruiter. Today we want to talk about a few topics related to the Season 3 Ghost of Koresh patch, as well as getting everyone familiarized with each other's most, if not all in attendance here, will be raiding together for the upcoming raid. We're going to have a Q&A at the end of the meeting, and just please type in the raid chat channel in game or in like a whisper or anything like that if you have any questions related to anything that we speak about as the meeting goes on, or if we didn't mention something important, we'd be glad to answer that too. So we're going to be touching base on a variety of things, like various important upcoming dates, like the warm-up raid, the real raid, all that good stuff, the patch release. We're going to be talking about the roster, what it looks like. We're going to be talking about like what we're trying to aim for with regards to recruitment. We're going to be talking about loot. We're going to be talking about BOEs, recipes, so many things. We're going to be talking about Discord, just so you guys get a chance to know what's going on, because I know we do have a lot of new people here for this patch. And I know the ones that are joining us again from other patches or expansions, welcome back. Thank you for coming through again. So you pretty much know the deal with regards to a bunch of these things, but this is mostly for like some of the newer players and just a little refresher for how we tackle things at the start of it. So without further ado, I'm actually going to pass it off to Zangetsu first, and he's going to be talking more about some of the raid things, the roster and all that.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Alright, so for those who don't know me, or for those who do know me, I am Zangetsu. One of the officers of the guild, very long time officer, also real life friend of Rylas, and I've been around just a little bio. I've been around since Burning Crusade with Mike, not fully in the guild yet, but over time I became part of the guild and mostly main tanked a lot of expansions, Cataclysm, Legion, and even up till now. I've been coming back here and there, but I've always stuck around, and whatever Mike, or Rylas didn't say, I'm sorry, putting your name out there like that. Or whatever he needed, I was always around to kind of keep the guild going, alive for him, and how much it means to him and stuff like that. So to be doing this again is great and an honor to keep doing. So to get to the talking points, so for those who have been looking at the Discord and the announcements about a month ago or a couple weeks ago, I did put up some dates. If you haven't seen it, please look. We are going to have a warm-up raid next Thursday, which would be August 7th. Mike Rylas will be putting up a raid calendar invite. Hopefully, as I'm talking right now, this is, again, as it says, is warm-up raid. So once the patch hits on August 5th, Koresh is going to come out, have a new zone, have an artifact, cloak that we have to deal with, and basically we expect everyone to keep up with whatever needs to be happening with this cloak, the Reishi reps as they're called, and hopefully everyone gets to feel out their new class changes. And when we have the warm-up raid, everyone's going to come in and we'll try to do the original from Undermine, just run through it, see how we feel with the changes, and if anything needs to be adjusted, like you're not very happy with your class or whatever, that will probably be the last time that you can try to make a switch. Of course, let us know if you're going to stay on or not. But again, August 5th is Tuesday. That's when Koresh comes out. Again, the cloak, we have to keep up with stuff, and I guess we'll level the cloak up through various means of the zone, world events, new dungeon, campaign chapters, the new delve, archival assaults. Um, August 5th also will be the dungeons will be available on normal, heroic, and mythic 0 difficulties, uh, excluding Tazavesh. And the Great Vault will start you'll start getting credit for the vault that week as well. So I think most of us should be getting our mythic zeros in case if you don't have particular slots that need, particular loot for your tune that you're playing on. And as far as the new raid, Mana Forge Omega, that will come out August 12th, which will be the following Tuesday, as well as Raid Finder 1, the first wing of Raid Finder Might of the Shadow Guard, which will have 3 bosses. Heroic will also release, and Mythic will also release on that day. The weeks following after that will be the second Raid Finder in story mode. The week after that, 26, is the third wing of Raid Finder, and that should be the last one with 3 Raid Finder wings from what they stated in the Wowhead. Of course, new Mythic Plus season, Tazavesh will be available on all difficulties, including hard mode, new Delver's journey and Nemesis boss. Most of you, if you've been with us for Nervar Palace, it'll be the Nexus Princess Kaibessa. So that's
I remember.
yeah, so that would be her. And then we have a new world boss and PvP. I don't do PvP, so if you guys are interested, hey, PvP's coming. And then that final week, we should be getting Chapter 4 and the War Within Epilogue. So lots to look forward to, but of course, August 12th is that day where all of us get to go in there as a guild and start working on Head of the Curve. We will start with normal just to kind of get, a good idea of what the bosses do. Of course, as well, get used to each other, freshed out, figure out the kinks and stuff like that. We'll be wiping, we will be doing all this stuff, so of course, it's all to be expected, especially with a group of 30 people, if this roster is correct. That will be both of the guild sides when we go into the warm-up raid if you guys show up, and of course on day 1 of Mana Forge Omega. So
Yeah.
So hopefully everyone comes in with patience, and the faster we get these bosses down, and what we know, the quality will be just even faster. Do things even much quicker. And for those who've been with us in Liberation of Undermine, it's the same thing. We'll be wiping, of course, on certain bosses, especially on heroic, but we'll learn from the mistakes and keep pushing and doing better, and not hopefully wiping as much. And as far as recruitment, well, like I said, you haven't heard, we have 30 people according to this roster, so not much for me to recruit. But we expect the first couple weeks to be strong, but some of you guys will be like, I'm gonna fall off. So there's to be expected. Hopefully it's not the case. Hopefully we can continue to have 30 players moving forward like this. But if not, there will be sites that I have already, recruitment posts, things like that. But if you have any friends or anyone that wants to, needs a guild, or for any reason, they're always welcome. It's not just the raiding guild. We do have other things that we do socially, and of course, we do have people here that are very interested in Mythic Plus, like myself. And if those people have just the interest in Mythic Plus, there's people here, tanks, DPS, healers that we can pick from our guild. That if raiding's not their thing, there's Mythic Plus. And if Mythic Plus not their thing, you just want to be a casual member, that's also okay too. And as far as the roster, I know we reached out. Mike and I have reached out to some of you guys. If you've been reached out, hopefully you get back to us either by Whisper or DM or whatever about some classes that we would like for you guys to play for us. If you have not been given this message, it means that we're looking for you to play the character that you've chosen as your primary one on the spreadsheet, and hopefully nothing changes moving forward. But right now, for those who got the Whisper, looking to see if you can. If not, we have different compositions that we can probably ask around. But if you haven't been reached out yet, that's the class we believe that you should be playing as a primary.
I'm gonna jump in. I know I did actually let you know that everybody that was contacted, everybody was okay with the swap. Some a little bit more okay than others, but pretty much everyone was like, yes, I'm down to give it a shot, and let's see how things go. We have our ideal starting roster. Want to also go over who's doing what.
All that list that we did down here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Who made the tryouts?
Let's see. Are the ones highlighted the ones that agreed to switch?
Yeah.
Alright, so the tanks is going to be yours truly, Blood DK, and then we'll have Randigan on his warrior. Healers will be Aquanu, Eleonora, Hud, Aeonia, Flarelight, and Absol. Melee DPS, we got Ippy, Una, El Quesos, Samel. Samel will be playing. Is that the one that we asked?
Yep.
Okay.
Did you say the classes for the healers as well?
Oh, sorry. The healers is Aquana's Druid, Eleonora Shaman, Hud's Monk, Aeona Evoker, Flarelight Priest, and Absolute Priest. Melee DPS, we have Ippy on the Rogue, Una, Havoc Demon Hunter, El Queso Monk. He's still the damn monk. Samuel as the Havoc Demon Hunter, Virgile as DPS Warrior, Yogi on Elemental or Enhancement Shaman. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
I guess we'll choose. Tanger, be Red Paladin, Lobotomizer, Red Paladin, and Saphira DPS Death Knight. And range DPS we have at A-Girl, Shadow Priest, Rylus, Elemental Shaman, Human Evoker, Dwarf Evoker, M5 would be his number 1 Mage DPS, Sayana, Mage DPS, Sabella Hunter, Meltianus Druid, Sachi Druid.
Arc Hunter as well.
I'm sorry?
Arc is a hunter as well. I think
Did I skip him? He's not on here.
Arc Elia.
He didn't make the cut, I guess. No, I'm just yeah, Arc is DPS Hunter. Sachi, oh yeah, okay, we're back to Sachi. Dashkuga, DPS Warlock, Salays, DPS Mage, and Vampiric, DPS Warlock. So it's a well-balanced group, and that's the team that hopefully will be there on warm up and a Forge Omega. And I think that's everything unless you want to add anything else to this.
Yeah. So with that roster, the reason why we were doing this is we actually sat there for the better part of 3 hours, and we were going through different combinations of players based off what they had and what our goals were. So our goals are to have like a relatively even balance of armor classes, tier tokens, melee versus range, and class diversity. So we were going through so many different like permutations of the same. It was like, raid roster factorial and like just switching it, like, okay, let's try this person as this, but if we do that person as that, then we have to ask this other person to do this, and then, you know, just like a cascading. I was saying this in a couple of whispers, like a cascading rippling effect. Like if one person says that they're not okay with it, then we have backup plans. We just have to ask this other person to play this instead, and just like going back and forth, different things. Like we had separate lists of the same people, just like, okay, what if we did this? So we ended up ultimately 2 death knights, 2 paladins, 2 warriors, 2 monks, 2 demon hunters, 3 druids, 1 rogue. You know, rogues kind of tough to get. 3 evokers, 2 hunters, 3 shamans, 3 priests, 3 mages, 2 warlocks. So you can see that they're all, you know, with 2 or 3 of each class, and the melee versus range ratio is actually pretty on point. The amount of people on each armor is also pretty on point. So, you know, I think just the tier tokens is a little bit skewed, but it's okay. Now, I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, tier tokens, you know, we're going to be trying to do this like in a tactful way or whatever. And the thing is that there is the creation catalyst, whatever the catalyst, revival catalyst, I think it's called now. The catalyst, you get a charge every 2 weeks, starting after the first week. So the first week you get a charge, and then every 2 weeks afterwards you get another charge, and you can actually convert one of your tier slot pieces of armor from that season into a tier token, or into a tier version of that. So that's your helm, chest, shoulders, gloves, and boots. And so you're able to actually just convert that over. So we're not going to be sweating, you know, trying to min-max tier acquisition, because by week 7 everyone's going to have 4 Ps. But that's week 7 at the latest. We're going to be probably going to have that each person. Keep that in mind. Now, I do want to talk about the loot system. Since we're on the raid roster and raid stuff, I'm going to be talking about general guild things as well, by the way. I know everyone's here for like the raid. So let's start with it. Thanks for the bloodlust. So let's talk about the raid loot here. So we largely use need before greed to hand out loot. That being said, I'm going to just dive into some of the intricacies, since we try to make sure that loot is spread around. And all the way we arrived at this is not because we want to make loot all sorts of complicated, like a whole mess and all that stuff. Trust and believe it's because of trial and error, and because of situations that happened in our past, and it kind of shaped this kind of thing. So the too long didn't read is like, you know, if it's an upgrade, just roll a need on it. If you've won 2 or more items in any given night, still roll need. Just don't equip it right away. Give us a few minutes to see if it's contested. Okay, that's the too long didn't read. Roll need on every upgrade. Okay, 1, 2 or more in a given night, still roll need. Don't equip it yet. So now to get into the specifics, a player can win an item for main spec twice a night with need before greed. Just uncontested. Just you roll it, you win it. That's it, twice. If you would have won a 3rd item that someone else also wants, and that next highest roller hasn't won 2 items already, it goes to the next highest. That being said, please continue to roll need for main spec items if needed past the first 2, in case no one else could even use or even want the 3rd item or later for your main spec. If you need an item for off spec, still hit need. The game automatically considers it as a roll for off spec instead of main, which wouldn't count to main spec items. Hitting the transmog button, that's totally fine. If you don't need an item, I prefer if you don't hit the greed button, so that way if everyone passes, you can just go to the bank and I can disenchant it, so we can use the charge and stuff for enchanting materials, whatever. But it's whatever. If you want to greed it, go ahead. Benefit, whatever. So that is pretty much that for the loot. Like when a boss is killed, just roll on the stuff. Try to keep track. Sometimes things slip through the cracks, but most of the time they don't. Now, there shouldn't be any arguments. Everybody's chill. Everybody's part of the same team. We're working towards the same goals together. You know, you win 2 items, awesome. Sometimes you can win a 3rd or 4th, whatever. It's okay. We're part of the same team. Even if you have to, you know, after you won 2 and you're like, oh, this 3rd item, I really want it. It's okay. Just trade it to the next person. You can drop again next week, week after, whatever. It's fine. It's still going to a guildie, part of the same team. We're working together. It's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind losing a ton of rolls. It's okay. I'll just get it another week. You know, I'm still working on my gear on the side. I'm doing my Mythic Plus. It's whatever. It's okay. Do not get into a whole tiff about loot. Loot is nothing. We're here for each other, and we're here to accomplish these things together. You know, so we haven't actually had any kind of big major loot drama for quite some time. Just following this, you know, it's fine. I can't even think of. Actually, I can't think of like the last major. That's probably like last expansion. But you know, it's nothing. Like we started doing this like at the end of last expansion into this new one. So we haven't really had issues like that. Now, as for BOEs and recipes, with some recipe exceptions, but I think by now at this point in the expansion, they pretty much all go to the guild bank and get they get posted to the auction house. So if you loot a BOE or a recipe, it goes to the bank first, guild bank first, just traded to me or Zangetsu, and we're probably going to be posting it to the auction house. If you are interested in the item, we can have a conversation after raid, but that's pretty much how it's going to go. Now, I will say that we have noticed that we're kind of doing okay financially. We were not at the start of the expansion. So this might be how the pattern goes, where at the start of the expansion for the first couple seasons, every single BOE recipe goes to the banks. We can try and make sure that we're in a comfortable spot. And maybe at some point during this season, we'll start up our raffle thing, which is what we did at the end of the previous expansion, where the BOEs and recipes actually go up for a raffle, where guildies can win it at a slight discount from auction house. But the goal is to pretty much make back the funds that we would have made if we sold. Now you might be like, well, why? You know, I'm part of the raid too. Well, why am I giving up my BOE that I looted or recipe that I looted? Why am I giving it up for the bank? It's because we use those funds to perpetuate our machine, if you will. The guild bank hungers, and we actually provide a ton of stuff for free for all the guildies. So if you need enchants, you need gems, you need sockets, spell threads, leg armor, potions, weapon oil, I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff. Everything is there in the guild bank, maximum rank, for free for raiders. Everything. Get a new piece of loot, open up the guild bank, go withdraw the gem, go withdraw the socket, go withdraw the enchant, slap it right on. Everything for free with regards to those things. Repairs, maybe. We actually just recently increased the amount of repairs for the guildies. We actually had to have it super low because the first couple seasons we were like trying to play catch up with the our expenses and all that stuff. So we are still evaluating right now for repairs. All that in the chat. But yeah, all those other things are free as you need them. You know, during the raids we're giving out Vantis runes for free. We're of course dropping our feast for free, potion cauldron, blast cauldron, all that stuff we're putting it for free. And so that's what all these BOEs and stuff help fund. So just as we're going through the expansion, if you also find yourself with a couple excess herbs and ores and stuff like that, we will absolutely take those too, because those help to contribute to make sure that we're in a good spot. Every single reagent I get pretty much gets dumped right into the guild bank, because I just know that I want to make sure that the guild bank has everything it needs, so that way the raiders have everything that they need. We also have a little bit of stuff that I want to touch base on with regards to attendance for the raid. Please come on time. I know that near the end of the season we're kind of like a little lax on it, and people are just kind of strolling in at whatever time, but just especially at the start of the season, try to come to the raid on time. It's a matter of respect to the people in this guild that come from all walks of life and are putting aside like work projects, homework, time with family, all that stuff. Raid, we expect an organized team, you know, with minimum 10 players of proper roles to get content done together. Okay, respond to the invitations in the Discord. If you cannot be there, or if you're going to be late, give us a heads up as far in advance as possible so we can plan accordingly. In the raid invites in Discord, which is up right now for that warm-up raid, you can even indicate maybe or not attending on it as well. Still useful information. Okay, So right now in Discord, all of you guys listening, can go to the raid sign up channel. You can hit if you're range, melee, tank, healer. In the drop down, you can put that you are not attending because you can't make it. You can put maybe if you're still not sure, but then please update as soon as you are sure. You can put that you're late in 5-minute increments. You can, all that stuff. Try to at least have Zangetsu or I our contact info. Everybody is in our Discord. Send us a Discord DM if anything. But yeah, just try to come to the raid prepared. I have not chased players down like that specifically. I know I try to put it in a general sense, but we're paying attention. Come to the raid prepared with your gems, with your enchants for the raids. Every enchant and gem is there for free in the guild bank. You can't withdraw it because you don't have the proper rank or whatever. Just ask somebody else. Anybody else higher than you, grab it. Make sure you have your add-ons, some sort of boss mod, and or weak auras, and maybe even method raid tools for some occasions, but definitely some sort of boss mod. And make sure that you have it ready beforehand, not like during the raid trying to figure out all sorts of stuff like that. That's when it comes to attendance. Let's see what else. There's some stuff in the Discord that I want to talk about as well. So, and also for the rank. So this is some general guild info. So, as soon as you join the guild, you have the pagan rank. That's just whatever. That's, like everybody gets promoted pretty much out of there right away to type of rank. So pagan rank, that's like if we don't know who you are, what your motives are or whatever, you just stay at that lowest rank. I don't know you. Let us know. Are you an alt of somebody, or who are you? Maybe you disappeared off the face of the planet. I don't know you. Or maybe we gotta, I don't know. That's like, the timeout zone. But everyone's just gonna be like disciple rank and higher. Disciple is just a regular general, just join the guild. After a couple weeks, we get to see, make sure that you're good or whatever. You get put up to priest rank. Priest rank is just a general guildie. That's like for alts of raiders, and for, you're in the guild, we know it. Bishop rank are the raiders. Anyone that you see with bishop rank, you are a raider. And then cardinal is the officers, and my alts, and then architect as well. In Discord, it's even more simplified. All guildies have the priest rank. All raiders have the bishop rank. All officers have the cardinal rank. There's also a birthday bot in Discord if you want. You can flash that birthday or something like that. You can set your birthday. It'll give you like a little custom role, let everybody know it's your birthday. I put mine in there so you guys can wish me happy birthday. In Discord, there's also, some of you guys may not have realized this, in Discord there's an assigned roles channel, and if you have not done it, I suggest that you guys give it a shot. So a few channels down, you'll see assigned roles, and you can actually put any of the roles that you are okay with getting pinged for. And what that means is, if you have a profession on any of your characters, you can put, you can just check each of those roles, make sure that you can get pinged for any of those roles. It doesn't have to be just what your main is or what you're in the guild for. We have the crafters table channel, so it's like, hey, I need a blacksmith. You at blacksmith, and all the people who have blacksmiths and that were okay with it, they can get pinged, and you can put that crafting order in, and they will be able to make that item for you. We also have the LFG chat, and you can actually ping people of the role that they assign to themselves in the assigned roles channel, DPS, tank, or healer. So it's like, hey, I'm trying to do a mythic plus at, in 5 hours. Ping at healers. I need an at healer, and I need a tank. Just ping them, and hopefully they'll come through and be able to log in or respond back to you. It doesn't have to be just for dungeons. You can use it for like old raids or whatever. Hey, I need a tank for this old raid, or whatever the case is that you want to do. We have the LFG chat for that. And I think there's nothing else from the Discord features that I want to touch base. Then gets to remind me of
sneaking a nitro from.
Oh yeah. Guys, we're currently level 2 Discord, so we have some better audio quality, and we can do Discord streams and all that good stuff. So if you are a Discord Nitro member, you actually get 2 free boosts a month. You may not realize that you've not been using them at all. Why not toss them in our Discord? we have enough boost, we can even get it to level 3s. We have even better audio quality and just like all sorts of other stuff. We can add more emotes, soundboard, all sorts of things. But right now, I think my immediate next goal is to at least have 3 more boosts, so we can have our hose tag again, because we're Hand of Salvation, so we're the hose abbreviated, and we actually get a little hose tag once we have enough boosts. And we had some players that said that they had to step away for this season, and so they were doing some of those extra boosts, and so we missed out on. Please, if we can get at least 3 more, that'd be nice. But if not, it's whatever. And then I think that's it. I did see at least one question. I wrote it down in Q&A. I don't know if anybody else has. Were you getting any whispers for them? Wait.
There was questions great. Get it now.
Oh.
Oh, no, okay. So I was looking at this. So when you get the artifact cloak, it's going to be 694, which can be upgraded to 697 by gathering 3 ethereal strands from activities and delve rewards. So that's one thing we hope that everyone will get that going. And also, if you haven't got your 701 belt, get the 701 belt. Looking at the eye level drops from the dungeons, heroic will drop 665 adventure 4 rank gear, which is upgradable to 678 with brother crest. So I would say at least at a minimum, people should reach 678. And mythic zeros, they'll be in at 682 champion 1 rank, which is upgradable to 691. So I think as a goal, hopefully everyone can try to at least get to 680 item level.
This is in response to Tentacle, right?
Yeah, this Tentacle. Yeah, I'm just looking at what the item levels are. I mean, at a minimum 678, because if we can run heroic dungeons repeatedly, and you know, once you upgrade them, it's gonna be 678 item level. But if you do your mythic zeros for the week, you'll have some 682s, which can be upgraded to 691s, and I'm assuming with maybe 1 or 2 pieces of loot upgraded as much as you can, you should be past 680. So I'm hoping that everyone gets past 680 item level.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, definitely get your belt, get your cloak. There you go.
What else?
I did not see any other questions. I didn't get any whispers. Saw that one from Ray Chat. And does anyone have any questions?
Is the belt gonna get any higher?
701 is the maximum item level.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the maximum item level for that season.
And they're nerfing the shit out of the ring, right?
That ring is no longer good at this point. Everybody has much higher rings now.
Once you get past that 680, it's some even drop it even before 680 item levels. I don't know which classes they are, but there's some classes that drop it much earlier than others.
Alright, well, I guess then for, you know, those started, those left midway, and those that are here today, you know, stuck it out to all this time, you know, like, thanks for sticking around and continuing with us, you know, throughout the expansion, all that good stuff. For those of you that are here for the first time, welcome to the guild. Can't wait to play with you guys moving forward in the next season. You know, we appreciate everyone's hard work, yeah, dedication, all that. And let's just continue to do what we're doing individually and together to push ourselves and the guild, of course, greater heights. I think, that being said, we are finished with the guild meeting. Thank you guys for coming. Took just about half an hour, like you said. I know we're past you know, half an hour past when we said we're gonna start a little bit late. But yeah, let's get a nice little picture together, please. You guys can just line it up top here. facing the rest of Dornagal. Who's gonna be in the center here? Zangetsu's in the center. Okay. Take a good picture. Oh, someone put their corpse in front.
Anybody want to come in that are still not in the
He has 19 in voice, but I only see 15 people here. One is offline. Come on in, come on in. Get a nice little picture together.
Where's human?
Where is human? Who's not here? This guy with the brick wall of a mount just in front of everybody. Do we have everyone here? No, we're missing 2 people. Come on up, come on up. X-Tang. Fly up top. There we go. Who else is there? Jossie. Oh, Utterfoot. Okay. Yeah, come on up, come on up. Get a nice guild photo together. Everybody was able to make it to the meeting. So Zangetsu's gonna be in the center, so let's just make sure that we're you know, to the left and right or slightly behind, whatever. And not in a giant mount. Let's let the guildies behind us be seen as well, please. Human. No, get off the mount, get off the mount. Alright. Everyone posing. Zoom in so you can see people's names, please, and get to instead of freaking mad far.
I make people's names show up.
Oh, you don't have anyone's names? Alt Z. Anyone get a good picture, please.
There we go. I got it now.
You have good draw distance. You put your graphics up.
Yeah, I don't...
Can we do it again? I had my eyes closed.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Don't
It
listen to him.
blinked.
He's behind. He's always got his eyes closed. We have to carry him anyway.
This guy had me with the freaking mohawk face this whole time. I just saw it.
Yeah.
Good
that's why I was
job.
Like, am I missing the team?
Good
Why,
job. Good prank.
why are these names not showing up? Like I see everybody showing up and everybody shows up.
Look, we're all on Night Elf Mohawk.
It's okay, I can't read anyways.
Yeah, we knew that already.
Alright, and big picture in 3, 2.
Oh, I clicked mine off. I didn't realize we were doing a meme photo. Oops. Oh, whatever. All right. So get the actual file, not the snip tool, please. Snip tool is a little blurrier. I was memeing on this guy when we did the glory of the liberation of Undermine Raider. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, hit us up. I already know people are going to be switching it up from, oh, I said I wanted to play this class, but now that the patch is out next week, now that the patch is out, I don't like how this class is playing. You know, could I play something else? And then we do the warm-up raid. And the warm-up raid, by the way, is not to be like, let's be super uber elite, whatever. It's to see how we play with the new class, with the new feature, patch change, all that good stuff. Want to see how the group is gelling, all that good stuff. That's the main purpose of that. Because I already know people are going to switch it up after that warm-up raid. They're going to be like, you know, I didn't like how that felt while I was raiding with it. Can I switch it up? So I know people are going to be switching it up constantly, but for right now, the framework that we announced, that's like what our ideal comp would be. And ultimately, if things have to change, so be it. I told a couple people we started season 1, and the people that were with us in season 1, you know, we had like 4 or 5 ret paladins. It is what it is. We're, you know, we want people to play what they like to play, because then that makes you want to show up to the raid. If you're not playing what you don't like to play, you're gonna be dreading it. It's like, I gotta be there and I gotta be miserable on my whatever. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Thank you guys so much for
Is there only going to be one warlock?
According to our list, there should be 2.